BTS Attributes Priority. This is a drop-down menu with values P1 through P4 inclusively. Priority is the magnitude of a bug's impact on the company's business. There is often confusion between priority and severity, so let's point out the differences. Severity refers to the technical aspect of a bug. Priority refers to the business aspect of the bug. In other words, severity uses technical criteria to grade the bug, while priority uses business criteria. That's why it's almost always clear which severity to assign to the bug, while the priority of a concrete bug is often the subject of arguments and political games. Example, if we have any kind of data loss, the severity must always be S1 because we firmly associate S1 and data loss. Let's recall the bug we discussed when a global update happened to DB table users during every change in the user profile. Our recent example when the last name of every user became Lee. The severity of the bug is S1. There is no argument about that. Let's find out about priority. Tester Anitha assigned a P1 major issue to this bug. We are talking about a huge data loss. But after the bug was filed, Willie set its priority to P4. When Anitha asked Willie what was going on, Willie explained that the bug existed only under one condition, when a certain constant in the DB was set to a certain weird value, exactly the value that was erroneously set by a tester, George, when he hacked into the DB of main.sharelane.com while performing component testing on the discount functionality for big spenders. Production would never have that problem. Does Anitha's logic about P1 make sense? Yes, it's no joke when that kind of thing happens, even in the test environment, even under some stupid, unreal condition. Does Willie's logic about P4 make sense? Yes, because production will never have this issue. The moral of the story? There is usually a unanimous consensus about severity. There can be opposite, yet legitimate arguments about priority. The best tool that helps to reduce any controversy associated with assigning bug priority is called the Bug Priority Definitions. Let's see defined priorities from P1 to P4. You can open File Bug Priority Definitions. First, we state the type of issue for given priority and then give an example. Priority P1 Critical. Critical reliability performance issue. Example, site is dead. Critical legal issue. Example, legal suit is filed or about to be filed against the company. Critical business issue. Example, integration with partner site is broken. Critical security issue. Example, intruder's backdoor is discovered. Core functionality is not working. No workaround. Example, 500, internal server error when user clicks shopping cart link. By the way, core functionality is the functionality that is essential for the company business. For example, shopping cart or checkout. Priority P2, major. Major reliability, performance problem. Example, unreasonably long time to load a web page. Major legal issue. Example, age verification during user registration was not implemented. Major business issue. Example, inaccuracies in banner rotation. Major security issue. Example, under certain conditions, name and address of another user is displayed on checkout page. Core functionality is not working. Workaround exists. Example, cannot complete purchase if card expiration date is this year. Workaround is to use another card. Priority P3 Moderate. Unpleasant but bearable reliability. Performance issue. Example, intermittent delays loading a web page. Legal issue of moderate importance. Example, copyright issue with one of the books offered for sale at ShareLane. Business issue of moderate importance. Example, showbook page is missing info about the publisher. Security issue of moderate importance. Example, logout button doesn't work in some old browsers. Functionality doesn't work. Cases that don't fall into P1, P2, P4 categories. Example, cannot search for keywords that consist of 3 characters or less. Priority P4, low. cosmetic or functional issue of low importance that doesn't and won't affect reliability, performance, or legal, business, security sides of company operation. Example, low important issues with page layout. Let's continue. There are two more very important documents that are closely associated with bug priority definitions. 1. The bug resolution times document defines concrete deadlines for the programmer to fix the bug. Deadlines depend on priority. 2. The go, no-go criteria document is a set of conditions under which the release goes to production. As a rule, P1s and P2s must be fixed before releasing code to production. Here is an example. NFT is new feature testing and RT is regression testing. By the way, if you, as a tester, have a firm position regarding one priority and a programmer has a firm position regarding another priority for the same bug, take the argument to your manager. This will be more productive than changing the priority back and forth. Always remember that priority is a powerful tool that affects the developer schedule. So do your best to assign a priority as close to the bug priority definitions as possible. There are two important points to conclude our talk about bug priority. Point 1. In one of his presentations, QA patriarch Kem Kanner describes how testers can sell bugs to developers to make them fix those bugs. Regretfully, this is often a reality in a tester's work, but this is only a reality if appropriate processes are not in place, or if appropriate processes are introduced but not enforced. Point 2. If according to the bug resolution times document, a P1 bug must be fixed within 24 hours, it must be fixed within 24 hours. If it is not fixed within 24 hours, the dev manager must have a one-on-one meeting with the responsible developer. If that developer doesn't care that a P1 bug blocks testers, he should be fired. Of course, life is life, and sometimes it's really hard to follow the process, but sometimes happens only occasionally, and in the majority of cases, it's the direct fault of the developer if a bug is not fixed in time. If the developer doesn't have enough time to fix the bug for whatever reason, like too much other coding to do, he must raise a red flag telling his manager no can do, rather than hope that no one notices that a bug is not fixed. Nobody needs bureaucracy. It's harmful for the team's morale and for the business, and a company must be really careful which processes and standards to adopt. But once they are adopted, there shouldn't be any nobody has noticed it situations. Apart from processes being introduced and enforced, there is the great concept of value that test engineers bring to developers, and not only to developers. The idea is simple. If you are valuable to developers, they respect you and try to help you. What do you value in your colleagues? Honesty, a positive attitude, a desire to help, politeness, hard work, care for the company, and experience. Surely others will appreciate those things too if they see them in you. The things that we just listed do include experience, but experience, although it's a really important part, is in reality just a fraction of what it takes to be a real professional. Even if you are a beginner tester, you can create value for yourself by showing quality aspects of your personality, and in place of experience, you will exhibit a passion to gain experience. In the majority of cases, your personality means more than your experience. During an interview, you might be asked the question, a certain programmer didn't fix his or her bug. What would you do? Now you know the answer. You should say, first, we should introduce the proper procedures to prevent that situation from happening, because then the developer would know the exact deadline for the bug fix. Second, I'll do my best to create value for myself, and the developers will want to assist me. BTS attributes also notify. This is usually a text box where you can put the aliases of people who, in your opinion, would be interested to get emails containing notification that the bug was filed, updates about changes that happened to the bug. By the way, as a rule, by default, when a bug is filed, an email is sent to the bug filer, submitted by, and to the person who will become a bug owner, assigned to. While testing code that has been written according to the spec, it is recommended to put the PM's alias into the Also Notify list. PM will appreciate this gesture. BTS Attributes Change History. This is an automatically populated field in case any events happen to the bug. The fact of bug filing. Any change to the bug. The change history usually includes date and exact time to the second of the bug filing or change, alias of the person who filed the bug or made a change, fact that the bug was filed, or what was changed and how it was changed. Therefore, whatever someone changes about the bug is automatically logged, and that log, called change history, is available to everyone who has a privilege to view bugs in BTS. BTS Attributes Type. This is a drop-down menu with two values, bug, feature request. We select bug if it's about a bug. We select feature request if we want to suggest and or keep track of some kind of non-bug related improvement. BTS Attributes Status. This is a drop-down menu with three values, open, closed, reopen. Open is automatically assigned after a bug is filed. Closed must be selected by the tester when he closes the bug. Reopen must be selected if the bug is back. When do we have a situation where we need to reopen a closed bug? Example, Situation 1. A programmer changed one piece of code and broke another piece of code that was fixed earlier, so the bug was reintroduced. Situation 2. A programmer changed the code in the production branch but forgot to commit the changed code into the trunk, so after the new branch was cut off from the trunk, the bug showed up in the new branch. Lesson recap. 1. Priority is about the bug's impact on the company's business. 2. Also Notify can be used to add other individual or individuals who should be notified about the fact of the bug filing and about any change to the bug. 3. Change history is needed to keep track of any change that happens to the bug. 4. Type is needed to specify the bug type, bug or feature request. 5. Status tells us whether the bug is open or closed. If the bug reemerges, we reopen it.